are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with their opponents. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On 1st and 10, Jennings, screen pass to Lindsey. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd down at 7. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the gun on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off play action. McMillan going deep for Diggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jennings. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. He's to the 10, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lancers on one play have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Jennings. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down, Jennings. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McMillan. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 1st down carry for Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McMillan. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jennings. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll look to throw again. A little check down to Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be swung out for Lindsey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Jennings. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jarvis Landry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McMillan. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. McMillan. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. to throw. Jennings. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st and 10, Jennings got a man. It's Collins complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mile.
Looking to throw. Jennings firing quickly here, and that's complete. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Again, it's Henry. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Off the play fake. McMillan taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lancers are an extra point away from drawing level. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. By Koo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throw here to his running back, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
To throw on 3rd down, Jennings. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Back now in Houston. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 110 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to take the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Crew to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Jennings. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, good move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Operating from the gun, Jennings.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jennings. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On 1st down, Jennings. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, McMillan. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
Back to throw. He'll complete this one to Collins. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They're going with Lindsey. Able to slither by. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Lindsey. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. They'll try and run it in. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Houston, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow to her budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited.